The Warriors play game 2 tonight in Sacramento. They lost game 1. Warriors analysts and fans are probably a little surprised, but the Kings are legit. They are the 3 seed. They have one of the best offenses ever, and now they're leading 1-0. What do you expect to be different about game 2? How do you expect this one to go down?
I mean, Kerr is a good coach. I have issues with him when it comes to like rotations and how much you play players. But I expect Wiggins to start tonight over Dante. So I think that's a big difference. I expect Wiggins to play more than 28 minutes, which is going to help you on defense. It's going to help you getting free throws, attacking the basket, getting fouls, which is really good as well. Kerr is a really smart guy. He's got a good staff. I expect him to make a lot of adjustments. I'm hoping they play Curry and Clay a little more as well. Go ahead.
Wait, Kerr, didn't he feel like he was coaching that game like he was the 3 seed? Like they were defending champions. Like, we're not going to change anything. We're not going to make any adjustments. We're the better team here. It's like, actually, if you had just played Curry for those 3 more minutes at the end of the third quarter, you probably steal a game that ends the series. Yeah. But you were too cool for school, and you just did it like you normally do and dropped a game that was this close. I don't know.
And the argument for not, they played Curry and Klay Thompson 37 minutes. They played Wiggins 28 minutes. I understand the Wiggins thing. But I was looking at Jordan and LeBron, they averaged like 41 and something minutes per game in the playoffs.
Dude, Kawhi played like 43 minutes yesterday, and he's got like 1 leg.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
That's what he needs to be doing. I think he's thinking like he may have underestimated the Kings. We're the defending champs. We're going to be able to beat them. But if you're trying to preserve his health, you need to minimize games, not 3 minutes that you could. If you give him 3 more minutes, you're winning that game.
Good call. I have a feeling he's going to play till the end of the third quarter. You can't take Draymond and Steph Curry out at the same time and ask Jordan Poole to finish a quarter. I don't trust him.
Yeah. For me,
can't do that.
For me, when I was coaching, you really need to start strong and finish strong right. So sit in between the second and the first and the second. Sit in between the third and the fourth, but give them more time in the fourth. Don't have them come in at 8 minutes. They set them like 5 minutes. They took them out 3 minutes left in the third. They brought him in with 8 minutes. Yeah, it was like 5 minutes at least, or not, if not more. And that's ridiculous. He is a star. Klay Thompson is a star. Draymond Green is a star. Wiggins is your star. You have to play those players. We're in the playoffs now. The season is over. It's time to play these guys.
Let's talk about that last play too. So the game essentially came down to the last possession. Yeah. Warriors down 1 with the ball. Klay Thompson gets the ball, drives down the lane. De'Aaron Fox rotates over and stands right at the restricted area. Klay Thompson is 6'7". They're down 1. He does not go to the hoop. He passes out to the corner 3, which is fine. But down 1 in that situation, De'Aaron Fox is the only person between you and the basket. You got to go to the hoop because you're either going to score or get fouled. And I feel like with Klay this year, I haven't seen every Warriors game, but what I've been watching with him is great 3-point shooter, but his offensive game inside the arc has been pretty spotty, and that was a bad decision, man. That was on Klay. Klay did not have a great game in game 1.
Yeah, you got to go up strong and attack.
Got to go up there.
Maybe get fouled, go to the free throw line, and Klay Thompson's going to win you that game. I don't mind the shot. A lot of people are mad at Wiggins for shooting that shot, but a corner 3 is one of the most high percentage 3-point shots.
What was he supposed to do? Turn it down? I mean, Klay passed it to him. Yeah. Klay should have went up.
Yeah, Klay. That's on Klay. He probably could have hit a little floater or just been aggressive and got fouled.
Yeah.
They should have won that game. They had multiple chances. Curry had a chance at the end of the game. I don't know what he was doing with the floater 3. That was a little weird. Set your feet.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that. Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's not even going to be. They're going to win, I believe, tonight. I think they're going to win pretty easily, 5, 7, 10 points, somewhere in that round.
Yeah, I agree. I guess why I'm not as confident is I feel like you know what you're going to get from Steph, Klay, and Draymond, basically. And you're going to get championship effort, championship play from all 3 of them. You don't know what you're going to get from Wiggins because what's his conditioning in? It seemed like he was in great condition the first half, and he got gassed in the second half. He only gave him 3 rebounds. I mean, last year he was such an incredible rebounder in the playoffs, which is important when they went small. I think it's why they didn't go small in the fourth quarter because they were getting killed on the board. That's a big reason they lost this game. Yeah. I mean, they lost by 3. The other team had 8 more possessions than them. Yeah. I mean, so they need, I don't know, is Andrew Wiggins going to be himself in his second game back, or is it going to take a few weeks? Do they have a few weeks? Also, Gary Payton II is very important in this series. They need him to play 30 minutes a game. And I don't know. Can he do that? He's only played 8 games since coming back. Those 2 are very important. They're your best defenders.
The Warriors last game, I think it was like 15. They're plus
Wouldn't
15 or 17 with Steph on the court. With him off, they're minus 15 or 17. There's a remedy I have that I think they should do that they're not going to do. But I would just never play Jordan Poole and Steph Curry at the same time.
I think that's fair. Why would you play them together? It's two smalls in the backcourt. Jordan Poole can't guard anyone. Why?
It makes your defense bad. And then when Poole's shooting these crazy shots, you're taking away from opportunities for Steph Curry. So just when you pull Steph Curry out, put Poole in. When you put Steph back in, take Poole out. They're not going to do that. But I think if they did, they would have a lot more success.
Also, Poole shot 33% from three this year. It's not like he's even a great floor spacing.
He's barely
he gives you
from the three.
I mean, what is he? He's best at driving, but a lot of times when he drives, he's wild. He turns the ball over. He makes bad decisions. I mean, the way I look at Jordan Poole is he's either the best player on the court or the worst. Like he's either making a positive impact or he's killing you. Well, I wouldn't trust him in a playoff game, man. I would play Gary Payton over him.
I would also not play him in critical times, right?
Yeah.
20 seconds left, 30 seconds left before a half, before the end of the game. Get him out of there because you don't know what you're going to get. And as a coach, the thing that I like most about players, or the reason I decide to play players, is because
you know what you're going to get.
Who do you trust?
You trust.
I know what this guy's going to do every single time. He's the one that's going to play because I have some kind of control. With Jordan Poole, you don't know what the hell he's going to do. You know?
Yeah, you absolutely no trust. So I would also you can't. I don't think Draymond and Curry can be on the bench at the same time because those are the 2 point guards on the team. Jordan Poole's not a point guard.
Yeah,
like that stretch at the end of the third quarter, their lineup was like Jordan Poole, Gary Payton, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, and Kevon Looney. Like, there's no playmaker on the court. It's Poole. You can't do that.
They didn't play Klay Thompson until 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He came in during the 6 minute something mark in the fourth quarter. That's insane to me. It doesn't make sense.
The defense falls apart when Draymond's not on the court. He's really important. They don't really have a role for Kuminga. Can he do anything in this series, or is he not playable? I don't know.
I like what I see from Kuminga. Honestly, I think he's good. It's hard for me to take as crazy as it sounds. I would take more minutes away from Poole than I would from Kuminga. I like Kuminga's rebounding, his defense. He attacks the basket. You don't have a lot of those guys. I like Poole. I think Poole could be great if he learns to get himself under control and learn that he's not Steph Curry. You should not be taking the same shots as Steph Curry. You've not earned that right. Your percentage does not show that you're that guy. So use your speed, use one move or no moves, attack the basket, either finish or kick out. That's what you should be doing on offense. And you shouldn't be taking away shots from Steph Curry at all, in my opinion.
Other than that, I mean, the Warriors did really well on defense in the first half, but they were torched in the second half. Seems like what they want to do is take away the drive from De'Aaron Fox and force him to pull up, preferably from three. And he took 8 threes and made 4 of them, which is kind of not really who he is. Yeah. I don't think the Warriors are going to change up their defensive strategy on that. I think they'll be like, dude, do that again.
I'd rather have De'Aaron Fox now. To me, he should be nominated for comeback or most improved player because he wasn't bad last year, but he's really good now. His 3 has been pretty damn good this year. So, but I still think that's a strategy. You don't want De'Aaron Fox penetrating and finding somebody else or attacking the basket. That's what they need to do. And the other thing that what the Warriors really need to do is the Kings really don't have rim defenders. So they can't just settle for threes. They shot 50 threes. That's too much, right? I don't mind it from Steph. I don't mind it from Klay, but everyone else attack the basket, draw a foul, get to the free throw line. I would like to see more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listening to what the players said after the game, the next day, I think it's pretty clear what they feel. They got to Malik Monk 14 free throws. Like, that can't happen. No. You can't let Malik Monk shoot 14 free throws, and you can't give up 19 offensive rebounds. No. So they lost by 3. If they can cut those 2 numbers in half, I think they feel pretty confident. But who's gonna step up in the? I think the rebounding thing is a big thing because I look at it as big lineup versus big lineup. Kings are better. When the Warriors go small, that's when they always have the advantage on teams. But they can't go small if they're going to get killed on the offensive boards. So in this game, I'm looking, Draymond had 9 boards, Looney had 9 boards, Curry had 6, Thompson had 6. The guy who didn't have any boards was freaking Wiggins. He had 3. He needs to step up. Otherwise, I don't see how they can do this lineup and not give up, offensive rebound after offensive rebound.
Yeah, Wiggins has to be a factor on the rebounds for sure. Another thing, Steph Curry, I lost track, but I think he got up to 6 turnovers.
Let me look.
I think there was at least 6. I think he had at least 6 turnovers.
Five. Still plus 11, but yeah, he needs to knock that off.
Take that down to 3 and you win this game.
Yeah. I agree.
5 is too much. And a lot of it's just casual stuff that
considering he only had 2 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. 2 assists.
I was about to win $800 if he would have had 4 more assists. But I lost. It's like Steph Curry gets 6 assists, I win $800, but it didn't happen. But yeah, but his turnovers are crazy, man, and they're just basic childish lob, like lazy lob pass, cross court passes that he can eliminate, and if he does that can make a difference too.
I think what's really interesting about this series is to me, it's coming down to Wiggins. Okay, he is the 4th guy on this team. He left the team. Yeah. He was great last year. He was an all-star last year. He was great last year. He was their number 1 defender. He shut down Jason Tatum. He was their secret weapon. This year, went MIA. The team was okay with it. There was no explanation. If it was Curry, Draymond, or Clay, the news would have broke. But people felt, I guess no one really cares, and there'll be blowback. So we're not going to report this. So he comes back, and what are you? They need him to be exactly what he was last year. And if he can't be, what's really interesting is, okay, Wiggins is the guy. He essentially was here to replace Durant, who replaced Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes let him down in 2016. Wasn't good enough. He's on the Kings. Yeah. And he had 4 offensive rebounds in this game. He played 36 minutes. Like, he didn't go away for half the season. He's in great shape. He's starting. He's rebounding. Wiggins is better. Yeah. But at least Sac can depend on Harrison Barnes. And isn't it ironic that the guy the Warriors, essentially kicked off the island is putting him in a tough spot right now?
I'd still rather have Wiggins all day long than Harrison Barnes, but I think Wiggins is going to be fine. I think they're going to play him more than 28 minutes. They only.
What did you say though 10 minutes ago about players you can trust?
Yeah, well, when Wiggins is there, I can trust him.
Is he there? Is he there? Is he there?
You got to.
All right.
I think he's going to be fine. After all this is said, it's still Warriors in 6. I'm not panicking.
Okay. No, if they win tonight, they're right back in the driver's seat, right? Yeah. They took it. They did what they needed to do. They took a road game. They're going back home where they're going to win. Yeah, this game tonight is big. I don't remember the last time they lost their first 2 games of a series. It's tough if you lose the first 2 games because then you got to win 4 of the next 5, essentially, right? To win.
Yeah, and look for 4 or 5. Look for Draymond Green and Sabonis, or Draymond Green and I believe the guy's name's Lamb, the backup center for the Kings,
to get in a fight.
They were like Lamb and Draymond were going out a little bit. I look to that. That's going to continue to build throughout this matchup. Yeah,
when the Warriors are in like do or die mode, like he's getting techs, right?
Yeah,
he's not going out without a tech.
Right.
Mansa Toure says Kings in 6.
Of course, he says that.
You know what kind of they celebrated a little too much after we game.
That's 1. The other thing.
That was a bad look. That made me feel like they're not ready.
Act like you've heard the expression "act like you've been here before." Well, they weren't acting.
They played the game of this other. They played the game of their careers, and they won by 3. And it came basically because Klay Thompson made a bad decision on the final possession, like that. Okay, nice. Yeah. That take a bunch of selfies about it.
I hope they didn't celebrate too much because it's not over yet.
Also, they offended E40. That's bad karma. Oh, you can't do that.
You're losing
in Northern California. No, you can't. It can't happen.
Yeah,
no,
don't do that.
Elite Archer 23 says, show me evidence Lance can make it through his reads. You guys conveniently gloss over that weakness of his.
Show me evidence. He's barely played.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah. How come it's always the black quarterbacks that can't go through their reads? You ever notice that?
Yes.
It's always that.
Yeah.
You always ever notice that? Christopher Cedro says, JK 0 boards in game 1. Kerr wants more from JK there. JK. Who's JK? Kuminga.
Yeah.
Yeah. He and Wiggins, one of those two needed to be a rebounder because the one thing about Barnes, he wasn't very good at shooting or defending. Dude could rebound as a small ball power forward. He was tough. He could jump. He could box out. That was important.
I think Kuminga gets another chance today. If he doesn't show that he's going to do that, his minutes might go down quite a bit. I think honestly he's like 9th man for me. Kuminga. I'd rather play the other guys. I'd rather play. I don't know. I just know I just don't want to see Jordan Poole and Steph Curry on the court at the same time. I know they're going to. I just don't like that when they do that.
Monsa says, I'm not a Kings fan. Kings can actually play better. The Warriors just outplayed him in the first half and then got tired. Steve Kerr had a brain fart, and then they still came down to the final possession on the road. I still think they're going to win tonight. And
Kings aren't beating the Warriors, man. I would be shocked if the Kings win this series. Yeah.
I mean, the Warriors do have flaws. Like, they're not as good this year as they were last year. They're a pretty small team. I mean, it's no wonder they got beat on the boards. I mean, Wiggins is scrambling to get back in playing shape. So there's legit questions, but I'm with you, man. I don't think they're going to lose this series the first round. I just don't see it.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But I will say the Kings are on the uptick, right? They're on the way up. I expect the Kings to be a solid team for years to come now.
Kev, I'm looking for it. We're going to filibuster. Oh, here we go. Is this the last dance for the Dubs? If they lose, I think it will be. If they lose, but I don't think they're going to lose.
I don't know. It's hard to say. People say that every year and they keep doing it. So we'll have to see. If they lose,
it feels like Lacob wants to break it up. He feels like he's Jerry Krause. I think that's why he said the last dance. There are definite parallels between that 1998 team. I think Joe Lacob wants to have, I feel like Steph, Clay, and Draymond run the team. And I think Joe wants to run the team.
And here's the thing is Clay is going to be really expensive. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Clay and Draymond. Who would you pick?
I know Clay said he wanted
yeah.
Good luck. Not coming off that torn ACL.
You pick Clay or Draymond. If you had to decide between Clay and Draymond, who you picking?
I actually have. I believe Draymond's been more important to this team than Clay. I think they're all three are Hall of Famers, but I think Draymond is the defense. I don't think Clay plays defense like he used to. Great 3-point shooter, but I think it's easier to find a shooter than a guy who can play defense like Draymond. I mean, he's so unique. So unique.
I think I might agree. I don't know. It's tough because I have mixed feelings about Draymond. Sometimes he frustrates me with his he lets his emotions get the best of him sometimes.
Yeah. But he's been that way forever. He's always been that way.
Yeah, it's hard.
He's essentially Dennis Rodman of this era with point guard skills.
Yeah, I mean, Draymond is really important to the Warriors. So that's tough. I don't even want to.
They won nothing without Draymond. Yeah. Steph and Clay were together for years and never made it to the finals without Draymond. Draymond becomes a starter. All of a sudden, they're a dynasty.
I don't know. They have the option of keeping both, but my understanding is it's going to be a $500 million penalty. The Warriors would have to pay.
I don't think Joe Lacob wants to do it. I think he wants to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad.
Yep.
Too bad. He's never going to build a dynasty like this again. You should be honored to pay the tax, dude. This is history over here. But
a lot of money.
You got someone like Jordan Poole, you got to move on to the next generation.
I'm not.
Anyway,
I'm not sold on that guy yet.
We both picking the Warriors tonight. I don't know. It kind of depends on where Wiggins is at in terms of conditioning, but we'll see. You think he's going to go start and go 35 minutes? If he does, they should win.